Yeah, I don't know why my dad called. I know somebody like, well, call your dad, call your dad. It's like, I don't think what people don't realize, it's not criticism, but it's my father has my brother and my two sisters in Florida. My brother goes over to my dad's house every single day. Now that my mother's passed, my brother goes over there every day. So between my brother showing up and then moaning and groaning about whatever is going on in his life that he's not happy about, it's like, I don't think my brother's ever come over to my parents' house ever with like he's having a happy day. And so the whole point is, for my dad, it's my brother in his face, and then my sister Leah will call him or text him, or she'll come over. Then my other sister Rachel, she now lives with him, but she's gone throughout the day to go to work. My dad is an elder of a church and president of a church where he's part of the congregation of overseeing what's going on in the church. He has congregation members, elder members. You kind of start to get the picture. My dad is not a lonely guy. He's not sitting at the house with no interaction. So when I call him, it's just another person. And don't get me wrong, my dad loves to talk to me, but it's just now another like task. So even like going down there, by me going down there, I need to go down there. But the reality is, my dad has he has three other people that are with him every day for the most part. And my dad's challenge more is the psychological interaction with my mother passing, that he doesn't have that same close relationship that he'll never get out of his children. That's just how it is. Here's another guy just moseying down the road. But the good news is he's used to have 2-lane pass. Does it have a pass up here? It does not. So crazy. Well, it's the hill. But this person here got a Virginia tag, so this person's gonna putt on back in. Beautiful, beautiful country. Who owns all this land? Who owns all the land? Whoever owns all this land, there goes a Honda Trike. How about that? A CSC. There's two of them. That's very interesting. So all the bikers are getting out. This is a nice area to go ride your motorcycle. That's a for sure. I do it all the time. It's very open. This type of motorcycle riding here, what's nice about this is you can really see what's going on. You can see who's up the road, what's on the side roads, and for a motorcycle rider, this is a good visibility. Versus you go down the back roads, you go down the roads with all the trees, then, you don't know what lies around the corner. If you have tons of trees on the road, is an animal coming out between the trees? You just don't know. If there were deer coming through here, you would see the deer in the distance. And whoever owns this land here has this nursery where they grow all these trees and bushes to sell to the other nurseries. What a gold mine, and the value. And all this area here is all approved for major commercial residential development. So it'll be 50 years. I don't think you'll see this in the next 5 or 10 years out here. I would say 25 years from now. I would say it'd be more like my daughter when she's like basically 50 years old, ever drove up here one day. She'd be like, oh my gosh, this used to be all this open land here, and it's all gone. Yep. And who had the money to buy all of this? It's generations of family. You just know that's what this is. And as you know, if you want to have a pretty property, it's never ending tilling the soil, pulling the weeds, watering the plants. Oh, my wife last night went into the greenhouse and she did water the plants. I've always been intrigued by his house. That house looks exactly the same as it did 30 years ago. He used to have a Ferrari. Yep, there's a Ferrari back there. There's a Ferrari sitting back there in the weeds. I know the people that bought this back in 2005, 6. It was a woman, her daddy gave it to her. They used to have alpacas. They bought a lawnmower for me back like in 2007 or 8. It was a weird, you could just sense a weird relationship with her boyfriend or husband. But daddy gave her all the money, and then they get this idea to raise alpacas and then I guess show them. And I know that they're gone. And so many years ago, I always thought it'd be cool to build a house up around this area. But nope. And this road, for the most part, quiet until it gets to be the rush time in the morning and the afternoon. And then somebody bought all this property here. I thought that was 2 lots, but that there is an interesting home and where they placed it and all. And then brand new homes over here. You know, these are all, I guarantee these are all $1 million homes. And here's a little post office. It's only open from like, I think, like 10 to 2, I think, or something like that. It's crazy. It has crazy hours. None of this has changed. I've been driving this since the early 90s, and none of this is any different. Nothing. The trailer home, just never, nothing ever came. But the people on this land, they're not giving it up. I mean, that's what it's more about. But now with water and sewer here, that makes this land worth gold. And here's the chicken coop. That's a massive operation. And if you think those people are sitting around, they're always on a project. Just like horses. If you ever bring horses home, you're going to find out real quick you're a slave. A slave, your own world. Hey, wait a second. How many dogs do you have? Yeah, what are you saying, Iceman? Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm a slave in my own world as well. Up here is the Tuscarora Gun Club. Where you can bring your gun. We got to belong to the club. See, first of all, you got to be accepted and be a club member, and then you get the rights to go onto this person's property and do some skeet trap and skeet. There's a guy with a camper in his own little garage. Yeah, his own homemade garage. Yeah, this is the lower level income area to a degree. This has always been a very interesting. Whoever owns this place, they always have a collection of cars and trucks, and that lot, it makes no sense why everything is pushed up in that one corner. Then a guy up here on the left, his house burnt down, and then he rebuilt it. It took years. I don't know if you can see it because the trees all grew up, but his house caught on fire, and then he rebuilt that thing little by little. It took him a good 2 or 3 years. See, there's an idea. You just have a big open building to put all my stuff in it. It isn't anything elaborate, but I'm sure in today's world that's 20 grand, 30 grand. And then more chicken farms and cows. And this here, in the warm months, is the place to go to buy ice cream, and it's very expensive. you're going to spend like $5 for an ice cream cone. You're going to spend like $10 for a quart of ice cream. Now we're coming into Point of Rocks, Maryland, where an old railroad town. Now it's getting a little warm in here, so I'm going to have to cut it back a little bit. And so these are all areas where nice to ride the motorcycle, but for me, I ride all these areas working, so it becomes mundane. Now here's the Kennel Club up here on the left. Catoctin Kennel Club. Boulder Square, this used to be called Can-Am Steel, and I guess it still is, but that place borderline closed so many years ago. Yeah, this is a little sleepy town of Point of Rocks, Maryland. And this is where a lot of people that live in West Virginia and Maryland, even Virginia, you can come here at 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning, whatever time the train departs, and you're probably an hour and a half. My guess would be you're an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. I would say conservative, an hour, hour and a half ride on the rail. And now that the government has forced people back, the parking lot is more full, but not full. Whatever happened to all that? Was everybody forced really back to work? Did everybody actually go back to work? And then this is where you can go put in the kayak. Now this here, there's so many people have tried to make the that place work. Never works. So now we're getting ready to go back into Virginia.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, Gary.
You said to call. I'm calling you.
Had your lunch yet?
I don't eat lunch anymore. I can't afford it.
That makes two of us.
Well, there you go. 2 peas in a pod. We eat peas.
So this is a convenient time to talk, right?
Of course. I figured you wanted to be left alone. I didn't bug you because I figured between David coming over and telling you his world, and Leah calling you, and Rachel being there at nighttime, then the elders calling you, then a member calling you, and then all these spam calls call you, and all the emails. I figured, hell, why do you want to have another conversation?
Well, you've pretty well covered the waterfront there. As a matter of fact, Dane has called. David has been here. Leah is here right now. I've had a call from one of the other elders. And at the same time, I've lost $3,000 a month in income as a result of your mother passing away, and Social Security and AT&T pension. And so
wow.
I'm in just a great old shape here, buddy.
Yeah, you'll be the new Walmart greeter.
Yeah, well, I'm getting very good at self-pity.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Dad, have you heard the latest? Have you heard the latest saying in the industry? It's called stay-at-home son. All these young kids that don't blossom and move out of the house, there's a new name for them. They're called stay-at-home son, not a stay-at-home mother, father, dad, whatever you want to say. So the new lingo is stay-at-home son. That's the professional way. If you were younger and I was living in your basement at your house and I never got out of your house, you'd say, "Oh, my son. Oh, what does he do for a living? Oh, he's a stay-at-home son."
Also, we got an official title. Now, is there some benefit program for them?
Yeah, it's called mooching off of mom and dad. Right?
They're underprivileged. They're not recognized as much as they should be. Glorified.
All right. Yeah, you're right about that. That's the dang truth.
But, hey, Hey Gary,
Say what?
the court appointment you've got that you received a letters on from the sheriff. Is that on June 20th?
I don't know. Who's telling you that information?
Wow.
Who?
I thought I saw some letters or notices that the sheriff left for you last week.
Yeah, you did. I can't remember the court date. Is that the court date?
I thought it was June 20th.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, am I wrong on that?
Well, I don't know yet. We'll have to see how much money I can round up. If I can't round up enough money, then yeah, I got a court date.
Okay, so what is the amount of money? What, 17,000?
How much?
Well, you tell me.
It's personal property tax of $7,800.
7,800.
Yeah, I owe.
So it's
I owe.
Well, wait. How did that become delinquent or deficient?
It's because I have too much money going out the door to pay for everything else. Eventually, what gives? Who do you pay? Who do you not pay?
Okay, now, so this isn't a repossession.
No, this is all about me being delinquent on my 2024 taxes, and it's a joke, but yeah, that's what it's about. And I think I have till the 8th of June to round up $8,000. But the downside is, on the company side, I think there's another 12 grand owed. So I don't know what's going on with the company side. So this is my personal, but I haven't gotten a summons for the company, so that's good. But I'm sure I'll get that eventually.
Well, now, am I named anywhere in that? So it's not a repossession. So it's not one of the things I signed off on.
No. This has nothing to do with you. This is all greedy-ass Loudoun County, Virginia, where all the government officials want to make six-figure incomes and have 5-day work weeks, guaranteed health care, guaranteed pensions, guaranteed jobs. So what do? They charge you to own a car to sit in your driveway, and they love it. They feel really good about that. They just love being a government employee. They can just suck every cent they can out of you. That's where we are in today's world. But when they go out to eat and they're not happy at the service, they tell the waiter or waitress that, oh, I don't think I'm going to give you much money because I don't like you. Well, I don't like you either, Loudoun County, so I don't give you a damn cent. Oh, you can't do that.
You tried, right?
Yeah, right. It's a joke.
Well,
it's a joke.
Hey, Gary, would this in any way come back on me with the fact that you used this address for... Okay.
No, Dad.
Okay.
The Florida vehicles don't have any personal property tax.
Well, I know, but I'm just... So the deficit is deficient is because you just chose to pay a portion of it, and there's a portion outstanding.
Yeah, right. I mean, in all reality, I owed the county for 2024 $40,000. I've already paid them close to $20,000, and it still isn't good enough.
Okay. Well, Gary, for some reason, I had the impression this had to do with the...
No. I would always be very, for you, Dad, I would never let something get radical without letting you know way beforehand. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have you have a surprise. That's not going to happen. I would always address the matters, let you know that.
I took that for granted when I signed those things.
Yeah.
So don't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would never. I'm not going to get you tied up in my I mean, you know, Dad, I have options to do lots of things. I just don't want to weigh the options yet. I mean, I can get myself out of this very quickly, but I'm not there yet. I don't want to do it. I mean, I can very quickly just settle all these debts, deficiencies, but I'm not ready to cross that bridge yet. So we'll just keep on having fun and, hey, let the people chase me. I like it. I'm learning a lot. I mean, I'm learning a lot through all this. So yeah, whatever. Talk big, you know. Politicians,
Right.
just follow a politician. They'll teach you how to be the biggest crook in the world.
Okay. Well, Gary, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the fact that you've been named executor in our estate when I pass away?
Well, I feel that's good. That's good, unless you don't want it. I mean, it's more about you than me.
Well, I'm wondering if it would be better if I had somebody who's living here on the scene.
Yeah.
I don't want to burden you
Yeah, that's fine.
any further.
It's fine, Dad. It's not a
Okay,
problem.
well-
It's not a problem. You want to make Leah? Leah would be a good person for that. She's a good. You know, Leah would probably be the best candidate if you ask me.
Okay, well, I don't want to. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I have no.
Then,
I want everybody to be
Yeah.
all right. I don't want to be. I'm not going to be a hog. You know, I'm not going to be a guy that. But you know, this isn't all about me. It's about the family, and whatever is right is right. You know, make sure that it is right.
well, there's just a lot of stuff going on here that's it's kind of hard for me to deal with, and I don't even know why I brought this up with Rachel, but she's got a program going here that's just she's spending the night with me
Yeah.
to make sure somebody's here in case something happens to me, and I appreciate that, but at the same time, she's got somehow or other she had the idea that this court date had to do with a repossession and me being on the note, and the possibility that whoever is repossessed, if they don't get all they need, that they would begin to try to place liens on this property.
Yeah. No, you're not
And
part. There's nothing like that
okay.
going on. There's nothing.
Okay.
I would always tell you that. You know, that'd be a conversation between you and I a long time before we ever get to that. I'd be telling you, hey, Dad, this is what we got to do before we ever get to that point.
Well, that's you've given me a lot of relief, Gary.
Yeah. I wouldn't do
Very
that to
good
you,
to me.
Dad. I wouldn't do that to you. Right now, you got your name. You got your name on some stuff, but if I want to get rid of it, I can. I just haven't crossed the bridge to do it. So you'll be all right. There's not going to be anything going radical that way to you. You don't have any. You really don't have much any exposure for the few things that you and I agreed to get together to get me a better rate. All those things are in good shape, and if I have to get rid of them, I get rid of them. So it's not. Those aren't things that'll be taken away. Those will be things I'll just sell outright and get rid of them. So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Now, are you planning to be down here for your mother's
Yeah.
celebration of life?
Yeah, of course
Have
I
you
am.
got
Yeah.
okay? Have you got a travel plan yet?
Well, right now, my thought is I'll probably come down that Wednesday or Thursday before the weekend hits. I may leave a little earlier, but then Brian's going on vacation the following week, so I'd have to leave the following Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, so you'll be down sometime next week for
No,
about a week.
Not next week, the following week. Dad, next week's the first week of June. The 14th is the second week.
Well, the second Saturday in June, yeah.
Yeah, so I would be down, more likely down like an 11th or 12th maybe. That would be kind of my guess where I come down. So that would kind of be where I think I'll be down there. I'll probably be down there about a week.
Okay, then who'd be coming with you?
I don't know, me.
Okay, you don't think Stephanie's coming?
She can't because she has to take care of the property and dogs. Bob Fern Bob Fern is tied up. Bob Fern is literally what's odds is Bob Fern is not available that exact time frame. He has to take care of his own family things going on in his family, and beyond unbelievable. So if Bob Fern's available, then I'd be down there for a good 10 days plus, but Bob's not available. And then
Okay.
Stephanie would come down, but with all these dogs, with the dogs, it's there's nobody here to watch the dogs.
Oh, I know I don't laughing, but it's not funny. But
Yeah, well,
anyway,
wouldn't even
uh,
matter if we didn't even have the German Shepherds. There's nobody here to take care of the other four dogs. But the point is, I don't know what Julie's going to do. I offered to pick Julie up when I'm coming down, drive to see you, but I don't know. She hasn't said anything, so I haven't really said much. So I have no idea what Julie's plans are.
well, she texted me this morning to let me know that they landed in Richmond and she was on her way back home.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
So I haven't heard from her, and I like Chris. I kind of like Chris.
Well, that's good.
We didn't have a lot of time together, but I just had a pretty good feeling about him. I know he's. You probably saw what I sent Julia. She asked